Using the images of other people is not a good way to finish your systems or even learn information. So there have been many times where people want to know all your images that you use for your number system, especially the bigger number systems like a 3-digit number system, because that's 1,000 images. And so people want to know all the images that you use because they think, hey, if I have all your images, I'll be done with my system already. Now, that doesn't even make sense because some of these people I have, you might not even know. And so trying to use images that are specific for one person just doesn't work, because if you don't know who Locke is, and then you might look up a picture like, oh, okay, that's Locke. So what happens now is that you have to remember Locke looks like this. Oh yeah, that represents 54. So you have more information to remember, right? And so that's why you don't want to use other people's images when you have the chance, because there are times where you could kind of use people's images and kind of deal with it and be okay. For example, in my podcast, I do story time where I tell a story and give people these images I create. So in that instance, since you don't have the information, I'm just giving you the story that you have to use regardless if you like the images in the story or not. But if you picture them all clearly, you should be able to use them. But a system or having someone create all your different images for all of the vocabulary words you want to remember is not going to help you. All you're trying to do is find a shortcut instead of doing all the work behind it. Yes, it sucks to create a system because it might take you a couple hours, if not days, right? But you learn so much in that time, and when you're creating your images, then you're actually making this association between your image and the number. And so it's not useless to go through the whole process. You're making all these connections. You're figuring out, okay, wait, why do I like this image? Do I have other images that are similar to this one in my system? And so you have all these things that are going on that you pay attention to when you go through the whole process of creating every single image. If it's for a system, if it's when you're using memory technique, for whatever information you want to learn. Because I've had people keep asking me, okay, what would you picture? What would you create? No, tell me your images. And I do it to try to show them, hey, just use whatever comes to your mind. I'm not trying to overthink these things. I pictured X, Y, and Z image because this is what I thought about when I saw the information. I'm trying to explain the things behind it, not, okay, these are my images. Now you picture them and use them. So that is a very, very simple and easy mistake to make because you might think, hey, I can finish my system just like that. But it harms you way more than any benefit you could get from it. Now, at the end of the day, you could use something like my number system right here as a template. Like, oh, okay, that's how Johnny got his image. Okay, oh, hey, that's a good person. No, is there other people that look like that or that I know or that genre or category, whatever it may be? So you could use someone else's images as a template to help guide you to find the correct maybe words that you need or specific images. But then at the end of the day, you have to know for sure that this image is coming from you and not from this other person, just because it's there, that you really like this image, it makes sense to you, and you can see it clearly. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time.